I see you're finally awake. You sleep good? That's wonderful. I would expect nothing less from someone who's been medicated. Where are you? Fair question, asked way too much. But I shall answer. There's no danger in giving you the answer. Yeah. You're in my ship. In my ship, light years away from your planet, headed towards mine. Why? I have been watching for a long time, and humans fascinate me. And I got the okay to take one home. Indeed, I chose you. You were the most interesting to me. I don't know what it was, but I looked at you and something clicked. So, you're mine. You're coming in with me. Don't worry. This will be a good thing for you. I can see how bad it gets down there with all the other humans. No. Well, you see, when I took you, I put a temporary clone, if that makes sense. This clone is meant to simulate your human death, if that makes sense. So within a week's time, nobody will know you're abducted. They'll just think you're dead. By your human morals, yes, it is very wrong. But for my species, and for me especially, it's very advantageous. No one will be the wiser. And even if I didn't, they'll just think you got lost or something. Regardless, humans don't have the technology to chase. I would appreciate you not yelling at me. And quit trying to get out of those restraints. They're too strong for you. Look, I don't want to be... I don't want to do this the hard way. I would rather it be nice and easy. I take you home with me, and we can live a happy life. Sounds nice, right? You don't have to work a day in your life, or pay taxes, find a home, pay for that home. With me, you'll get pretty much everything you want. Except that you can't go home. Well, we're on our way home right now, actually. No, that's your old home. This is your new home. We have another few minutes to an hour before we get there, so we have plenty of time. So you could either ask me questions, or you could just sit there, use up all your energy trying to get out. Maybe it'd be best if I just put you back to sleep. That got you to stop. What? You don't like someone being rough with you? Because I can be real rough. I'm just playing with you. I don't want no harm to come to you. You're precious to me. So I personally would suggest you relax. Okay? I'll make sure that this trip in moving into your new home will be as easy as possible. I have made so many rooms of our home similar to that of your humans' living spaces. I even have some holographic windows installed so when you look out them it'll look like Earth. Of course those will slowly fade away to be my home planet, but it's just slowly fade you in. I want you to be comfortable. I'll let you out of those restraints when I know you've calmed down. You may not be struggling now, but I can see the fire in your eyes. I know as soon as I let you go, you're gonna attack me or something. And if not that, something else. I just want to play it safe. Not that I'm too worried. I doubt you know how to fly a ship like this. You can't even read our language, can you? Oh, it's all around you. Look at the walls. See that sign over there? Tell me what that sign says. Really? Where those random shapes are our alphabet. That sign tells us that sign reads Medbay. Well, I guess I could just say that our written language has become very efficient. Don't need many letters to say something so simple. Yeah. So 3 little G shapes, as you call them. That's all we need. You look real comfy. It's the bed sound. These ships don't normally have beds on them, especially ones like that. You won't believe the trouble I had to go through to get that thing approved. Oh, you want to see outside? Of course. Let me... There. Windows are exposed. You can see outside the ship now. Yeah, those streaks of light, those are stars in other solar systems and galaxies. I told you we were heading to my home planet. It's a few hundred light years away, but... well, a few hundred light years. Well, a few 100,000 light years, I should say. The trip from your planet to mine, with this kind of speed, will only take about an hour, 2 hours. And we're more than halfway there. That clone? Yeah, that clone is kind of built from your memories. If you had any things you wish you told people, it'll tell them. And if you wanted to spend more time with some people, it'll try to spend more time with them. It'll make sure things are on good terms before it can't exist anymore. Unfortunately, no. We haven't been able to clone a life longer than a year. But even that year it's fragile. After a couple of weeks, they get really sick. They practically have to be on life support the whole time. Yeah, they cannot physically live more than a couple weeks. Look, I know you're worried, but I assure you, everything will be on good terms with you and everybody you've talked to, known, lived with. Ship scanners are in range. We can see the planet now. You want to see? Let me pull it up on the monitors and... there. We have a whole satellite that surrounds the entire planet, connected by these shuttle tubes. They are quite large, despite being called a shuttle tube. Whole cities can live inside those tubes connecting the space stations. There's a total of 5 around the planet, all of them connected. And they all orbit perfectly around the planet. And then our sun, I may show you that. We have a Dyson sphere. Practically unlimited energy. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure... yeah, well, I mean, I know a lot of you humans know that if an alien species visits you first, well, they're far more superior, right? The fact that we can travel such far distances in such little time is an achievement on itself. Humans have yet to master space travel, but they're getting there. I have confidence that they'll figure it out before any life-ending event happens. Well, I mean, your solar system's sun is exploding, right? It's just gonna take a few 100 billion years, but you know, it's gonna eventually expand large enough to where the Earth isn't. It's gonna expand large enough where Earth isn't in the habitable zone anymore. And then the planet will dry up. All life will die on it, and... well, let's not think about such grim things, yes? I'm positive that humans will find a way off the planet before something like that happens. Oh, my species? Oh, we live for a very long time. Well... our oldest, which is... well, our oldest is 75,000 years old. It's, that's in human years. Well, our lifespan is much, much larger. Childhood is very short for us. It's only about 5 years. I know it sounds weird for humans, it's usually 18 years until you're an adult. Like 12 when you're this teenager. You're gonna have to educate me on that a bit more. But later. Yes, I want to tell you all about our home before we get there, just so you kind of know what to expect. hmm We grow really fast at first, and then once we reach adulthood, it slows down. Our oldest, as I mentioned, doesn't really look old. We wrinkle and age just like you humans do. Well, we assume we do. We don't really have too much evidence of that. Well, this planet we're going to is kind of new for us. Our species has been on the run for a long time. An old enemy of ours kept chasing us through the galaxy, and well, but it was eventually sorted, and we found a new home. Yeah, most of our species either died or got lost. But it's all better now. We have a nice place to live. I'm so excited to have you here. Oh, we're arriving. Alright. I don't want to have to do this, but I'm going to have to do it for your safety. I'm gonna have to put you back to sleep. Well, the ship is pressurized and filled with human oxygen, which is harmless for us, but our oxygen is toxic to you, and our pressure is a little different, and so you'll feel a lot of discomfort. So I gotta put you to sleep, and then we're gonna put you in a special chamber, and then we're gonna, well, to be completely honest, we're gonna modify your body to be able to live here. I know it sounds bad, but I promise, I'll make this completely worth it for you. You'll be happy here. I promise. And if not, well, I could always take you back home, I suppose. Or old home. I don't like to think about it. Just, relax, okay? You'll just fall asleep like you normally do. There you go. When you wake, we'll be in our new home, and we'll do anything you want. If you want to explore the cities, you can do that. Yeah. We can talk more when you wake up. Sleep well.